So I was just at the edge of where the window board's tapered. So that bit was just inside the case, the tapered bit. Yeah, if sort of on the jibes, and just to make it a little bit safer, I would put down another inch or two, just to give you that bit of stability. Yeah, in lighter winds, I'll start to raise it up more and more. I think I have got a mark where the trailing edge is just about inside the case. That's maximum, well, that's what I use for maximum up if it's a real drifter and you're not trying to do any sort of turns or surfing on waves. You're just trying to soak it downwind. But yeah, as you're wanting to do more steering to try and catch waves, I'll probably put a bit more down just to give yourself a bit of grip on the waves. And it allows you, when you do a sheet in and a pump, it actually drives forward and catches you on the wave. Whereas if you try and do a sheet in and a pump to catch a wave and you've got too much board up, you try and flatten it and it all just goes a bit floppy and you don't get that drive forward. Probably do board down first because that has sort of the least effect on the power in the rig, and I'd say speed wise. Then in haul, down haul, and then kicker. Sort of in that order if you get enough time to do it. I find if you're a bit late on with the kicker, it's not too bad because you can usually get around the leeward mark, sheet on, do a bit of a stuff up and pull your kicker on like that. Yeah, trying to get probably at least half of your kicker on before you go around the leeward mark is quite good. Otherwise you can get, if you're trying to get it on too much too early, you can pull it on, then your boom's really close to the water, and then it makes it a bit tricky trying to steer up around the mark. If you catch your boom at all, that's potentially a capsize or at least slowing you down. Probably sort of 3 or 4 inches back from the traveller. Yeah, if you find yourself ploughing into the waves a little bit too much, bringing your weight back definitely helps. It's not just body position, but as we were talking about before, like the steering and body weight over the waves, so moving your shoulders forward and backwards. You'll probably see I'll do like body weight back there, a big one there, just trying to stop that bow slapping into the waves too much, because I try and think about every time you're slapping and crashing into the waves, you're losing energy that's going through the boat is like crashing into the waves. I think when I do a body weight back, it's normally in conjunction with a bear away down the wave and then a bit of a steer back up it. But you've probably got a little bit of a leeward heel, so when the rudder goes straight, it sort of is heading you up already. I think maybe something that I think some people forget about is you've also got to fuel yourself for these kind of days, making sure you're eating and drinking quite a lot. I know I started to cramp up a little bit by the third race in my forearms. It's something that I seem to have a bit of issues with sometimes, but making sure you're well hydrated, and I had like a big pack of Haribo sweets out on the water, all of that, plus a couple of energy gels. I think you can quite often see people's performance slowly start to drop off, and if you're trying to eat as much as possible really on the water, can start to make a difference, especially over a long week as well. If you're slowly getting more tired each day, by the last day, someone that's made sure they've ate plenty is at like 80% managed to recover, whereas you've depleted yourself to being really tired by the last day. Yeah, it's a good excuse to eat plenty of food. With our sponsors of tonic tea cakes and wafer bars.